Hi guys, okay, so it's Saturday, let me see, just gone midday on Saturday here in the UK, and I'm just rounding up last week's trades. And obviously the big news last week was the new President of the United States, which turns out to be Donald Trump. And this affected the markets obviously quite dramatically. Especially if we look here at the Dow Jones, or Wall Street as is known in my broker. For the first time it's reached 44,000 points. And you can see here, this is the hourly chart. And this is 2 o'clock UK time on Tuesday. This is on election day. And as you can see here, it's just gone up, up, up. These two lines here are the 6 and the 21 EMAs, moving averages, exponential moving averages. And on the bottom here, we've got the MACD. So MACD started going up slightly earlier, and when the blue crosses the red, that's a buy signal, and we've got a buy signal here. And look, it's gone all the way up here, and obviously the MACD's come down here, but we're still above the 6 is still above the 21 here. And as I say, it's the first time the Dow Jones has reached 44,000 points. So obviously the markets were very pleased that Donald Trump is now back in office again, and it reacted really well to it. But obviously trading around these, especially such a big news event as the presidential election, can be quite precarious. The polls were going on, and certainly the forecasters were saying it was going to take days. It was that close, but the result came in pretty quick. So it just goes to show, the polls can never be that accurate. So here's the pound US, and I'm going to point out see where the news report came in, where the results came in for the election. So this is Wednesday. This is actually it's midnight UK time. And obviously the election was on Tuesday, and you can see this big drop here, a pound against the US. This is because, as I say, the markets were very pleased that Donald Trump got back into the, obviously US dollar strengthens, so that means the pound weakened against it. And yet again, we've got the moving averages, the EMAs, we've got the 6 here, which is the black line, and gold one here is the 21. So when the short period goes over the long period, that's a sell. And you can see it ties in here also with the MACD. When the blue crosses the red, and we've got all these red candlestick bars here, that means it's a sell. And the MACD more follows the 6 and the 21. Although, as you can see here, it bottoms off here, and it crosses here. It's also going to go up here, whereas the 6 and the 21 moving averages, the 6 moving average coming over the 21 is a little bit later. So if you'd gone in here, then you could have bought here, and you would have been ahead, and you can sold up here as it starts coming back down. And yet again, the MACD is a little bit later. It's selling off here, signals there. So that was the pound US, and the US was doing really well. US dollar, so the pound really crashed after the election results. Now, this is the FTSE 100, or the UK 100. It's now on the weekend, because it's at the weekend at the moment. Yet again, actually the FTSE 100, this is 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the day afterwards. And actually it did drop here Wednesday early morning. It did drop based on the US election results. And then it's gone back up, and now it's completely crashed back down again. As you can see, it ties in here with the MACD. It's moving up. These are all default settings for the MACD, which I've set up in my broker. And as you can see, at 621, it's coming down, and it ties in obviously with the MACD. So the MACD and the 6 and 21 moving averages very much aligned, and they're indicating. You can see it's bottom off here. This is the end of Friday night, when the markets close, and it looks like we're getting a crosses. So it looks like it could come back up here. And obviously, when 6 moving average crosses the 21 here, that would definitely be a buy. So that's something to look out for. I don't normally trade the FTSE, I do trade the DAX, but it's something to look out for. Now here, look, this is the US. All these lines here are all at different levels, so you can look at resistance and support. But yet again, you can probably notice that tie line with the pound and US. So this is Tuesday night, 11 o'clock. Well, actually midday. Sorry, not midday. Midnight on Wednesday after the election, same time as the pound against US, and it's dropped exactly the same. And it ties in here. Look, it actually, if you look at the MACD here, it the buying signals here, the greens, they're getting lower, which means it's progressing more, and it's actually leveling off here. And as soon as the results, I react to results midnight Wednesday, because I say the results came in really quickly. People expecting it was going to be that close, going to be for a few days, but Trump got in pretty quick. He declared the victory. As you can see, MACD's come right down, and tying in there. Look, see, it's bottoming off here. This is where, if we're line in here, this is where the obviously the support would be here, and bounces off here, and as you can see, it starts coming back up here. And as I say, the MACD is actually going earlier than the 6 and 21. So if you wait for the 21, you'd be in late. If you got it in here, you could actually make a bit of money before it starts coming back down again. So that's the Euro USD, which is similar to the pound USD. I did make some money on the Euro USD, but that was on the 5-minute chart. If we go to the 5-minute chart, I tend to trade the we've got a lot of lines here for resistance, which I've drawn in, but don't worry about those now. Friday, and obviously we still got the 621 and the MACD at the bottom, but there are a few trades. For example, I think it's one. I normally get a breakout, which is the breakout in London off the Asia charts, UK time. If we find one here, I think I went in. Let's have a look. So we go right back to back here. This is Wednesday. This is the day after the election, and if we go to 8 o'clock, so I think it broke out here. So I trade there, if I remember rightly. You can see Wednesday. This is after the election's gone right out. So that's the Euro US. Now here is Forex Factory. So Forex Factory is where I get on the news. Really, what you're looking for, you see, you've got the currencies down here, and then you've got the boxes here, and it's the red boxes, which are the high impact ones, and it tells you the dates and what time they come out. You've got the forecast and previous, and you don't need to know what they all are. I mean, the claimant count change. This is for next week, by the way. So on Tuesday, got the claimant count change, which this is fairly obvious. The more people that are claiming unemployment benefit, or universal credit, however we call it over here in the UK, claiming benefits basically, then that's not good for the currency. So less is better. And as you can see last time, that, well, actually the forecast they've got is 30.5, 27.9. So if that is less, then obviously the pound will go up against any currencies you're trading the pound with. We've got core CPIs, so you don't need to know what these are. You just click on them and it will tell you actual grade and forecast is good for the currency. So we've got that. So on Tuesday, you can plan your week and look out for the news reports. That's early on Tuesday, so I'll be trading after that time anyway, 7 o'clock. The UK market opens at 8, so it's going to come out before then. So on Tuesday. On Wednesday, look, we've got these three here, 1:30 p.m. These are all UK times, by the way. November the 13th, could be unlucky 13th for some. So I don't trade the Aussie so much. I trade the Euro USD and the Pound USD. And the yellow boxes, they're more low impact, so I haven't really got to worry about them, even the orange. But yet again, on Thursday, we've got more core CPI, PPI, unemployment claims. So you don't need to know what they all are. Just click on them and it'll tell you if actual is more than the forecast or less, how it's going to affect the currency. And then we go on to Friday. And Friday, yet again, we've got pounds. There's quite a lot going on this week after. With the election last week, there's quite a lot going on here. So I can plan my week and know what to avoid. Look, 1:30 on Friday as well, core retail sales again. Click on that and you can see actual grade and forecast is good for currency. So that's what you're looking out for. As I say, I tend not to trade the reports if I'm already in the trade and the signs are there, then I would keep it open, but I wouldn't go in just before the report comes. Normally what happens is the market tends to stay fairly within a range before the news reports come out. It's like they're anticipating it. So sometimes you don't get a lot of movement, you don't get a lot of the breakout moves. So that's forexfactory.com. If we go back to, I'll just bring it up to the pound US. So the pound US, if I go back to it, it was on Friday. I had my trades this week, but it was on Friday actually I got my final trade, and it was based on the London breakout. The London breakout says the Asian runs from midnight in UK time to 8 o'clock in the morning when the London session takes. So you can see two lines here. This range, we've got the highs and the lows. These are 5 minute candlestick, by the way. You can see it always tends to be pretty narrow range. You get a breakout. This broke out really quickly. Broke out 5 minutes after open. So I literally went in here, and it was literally in the first 5 minutes. Because what I do is set my order for 15 pips. I want 15 pips. And sometimes it's 20. If I'd gone 20, I would have just missed out. So it was 15. And as you can see here, we do have some support here. But as you can see here, again, I've been using the MACD. It helps me with the breakout. As you can see, it ties in with that. It's gone down. And where we've got support here, as you can see, there's support on the MACD. It's oversold. It's coming back up. And it comes back up. These are 21 minutes, but as you can see, it comes back up again. And as we showed you before, it came up earlier than the 6 and the 21. So, if you're watching your trade, then you'd probably close it off maybe here because you'd see it starting to come up. Crosses the 21, you can see in line with the MACD, it doesn't really do much. Then at the end of the day, actually lunchtime, it starts coming back down again, coming back down here. So we've got more, all the signs in yourself, as brokers, you've quite easily done the drawing tools. See, we've got support there, and then it comes back up across the 21, and it's staying across the 21 now. And that's at the end of the day. But see what happens. Obviously next week, I've got a winning trade on the Friday. A lot of traders don't actually trade Friday because Fridays can be a bit quiet. As I say, that happened early in the morning. I wouldn't be trading after lunchtime on a Friday, but that happened really quickly, and I got in on that really quickly at 8:05, and say within minutes. So, sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes you don't get a. And so I'd give it to about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then if nothing's happening, I wouldn't do it. And I tend not to trade Friday afternoons because, as a lot of traders say, Fridays, can be a pretty much of a dead day. So don't bother to trade it. But I got more winning trade in there, which was nice. And we will see what happens next week. Obviously, there's a lot of news reports coming out, with the presidential elections out the way now. That's one thing. So we'll see what will happen with the pound US, which are primarily the currencies I trade. And yeah, we'll see what happens. It looks like it's going to be another week. So we can catch flips here and there and make a bit of money. But if you want to see more of my video clips where I do trade the London breakout a lot on the pound US, euro US, then pop along to trade and you'll see many more there. Okay, have a good weekend. Everyone get my tea in the weekend, and I'll see you soon.